Welcome to the Just Montina channel, where we're having conversations about marriage, men, and mindset. If you're a new listener, subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, thank you. So today I want to talk about the secret to doing relationships right. I am on a mission to help 100 women get to I do. And the best way to do that is by using Dr. Patricia Allen's book, Getting to I Do. So if you haven't read this book, it is truly a hidden gem. It is a hidden gem. If you want to get relationships right, you must choose right and also be whole, complete, nothing missing, nothing broken, healthy, happy, add the rest here yourself, super sexy woman. I can't tell you where I actually heard that. I heard it somewhere like being a whole, complete, nothing missing, nothing broken woman. I was like, wow, that is great. Can't tell you where. And then I have over the years added to it. At one point in time, I had it written in my bathroom mirror when I was single, and my daughter put me on Match.com, and I met my now husband, who is amazing, and we have an amazing relationship. I see so many videos on YouTube about men being so horrible and awful, and they're cheaters, and they just want women to take care of them with their nurse and purse. And I'm just like, really? That hasn't been my experience. But again, I'm an anomaly. I get it. Someone was like, well, just because it wasn't your experience doesn't invalidate someone else's. You're right. You're right. You're right. But if you're seeing that and that's all you see, ask yourself why that's all you see or all you attract. I didn't always choose wisely. I wasn't attracting the best. I can share and say that if you are a woman in your 20s, number one, if you're following my channel at all, I want to just congratulate you. I want to applaud you because you haven't given up on love. Don't give up on love. I'm going to share some things from this book, Getting Relationships Right. It is one of the best books. I read it probably at least 5 or 6 times. I read it prior to meeting. I heard about it after I met my husband. Well, I could say we were dating, but it was a quick courtship. I met him on a Sunday. We matched on a Sunday, spoke on a Sunday. Monday, text me, I can't get you off my mind. Tuesday, we had our first date, and literally it was a whirlwind romance, and it still is. He is amazing. But there are just no right people. There's a right person just for right now. And we have multiple choices. So there are no guarantees when it comes to love. I say this, I run a small business. I've run full-time for almost 10 years. And one of my kind of mantras is there's no secret to success. There's a blueprint. There's no secret to love, but there's a blueprint. There's a blueprint. There are books out here. There are people out here now teaching how to choose wisely. There are women like me that are out here like, look, you just need to be a unicorn. These women out here are talking about there are no good men. You're right, but there's some like no good women. There's no good everybody's, okay? There's lemons when you buy a car. People get in car accidents every day. Planes crash, but you still get in cars, you still get on planes. Choose the best that you qualify for. In your 20s, you do get the best options because when women say, well, where are the good men at? They're married. They're spoken for just like the good women. They're not on the boulevard. They're not hanging out on the block long. When my husband met me, within 2 weeks, he was like, would you get married again? And I was like, yeah, I think I would. I wasn't 100% for sure because at the time I had a son that was just giving me a lot of problems. And I'd already been married and I'm just, we're both divorcees. And I'm just like, I really think I might wait until he graduates because it just was a lot going on. But my husband accepted all of that was going on. Another thing that helped me was Attached. It's another book. And I understood my attachments. I went to Utah, had this horrible family vacation. It was all my kids. It was a mess. We literally were supposed to stay almost a week and left the next day. It was a mess. I read the book on the way back and I'm a former educator, so I can read pretty fast and comprehend. And I knew this like was the man for me because we both had the same attachment style. I have a very secure attachment style. My husband has the exact same attachment style. Our love language are in the exact same order. So there were some things that I knew beforehand, like, okay, this is going to work for me because I'm choosing wisely. He was very consistent with his actions. So that's another book I recommend. I want to invite you to join my Patreon society, and here's why. It's less than $1 a day. If you're serious about getting relationships right, you need to understand what to look for, what type of men are available out here. And again, you just need to be unicorn. These women out here complaining, let them complain. You work on being fit, feminine, beautiful, cooperative, submissive, kind, and practice these 3 P's. Being peace, pleasure, and paradise. And also making sure that you do not sleep with men that are not committed to you. You're not in a committed relationship. Don't sleep with them. And looking for compatibility, chemistry, and communication. See, these things are coming off my tongue because I've read the books and done the work. Also, if you want to get married, you need to look like you want to get married. You need to look as though you want to play, be receptive, available, vulnerable, approachable, lovable, and sexual. That doesn't mean dressing very provocative. If you look at my shorts, I don't do a lot of these videos sharing, just open video where it's not just audio because I don't want to. I don't feel like it. I'm working, come home from Pilates, and I have these quick things I want to put out. But you'll see me in the shorts. I'm fit. I'm feminine, and I work on this. And you want to be mindful of the type of man you want to attract and the type of love you believe you deserve. Now, Kevin Sam just say, well, what makes you think you deserve it? I believe that you can get what you believe you deserve. I so wanted to be loved. And in the book that I read, Attached, I actually wrote in it 12/24, 12/22, it looks like 2020. I want to love and be loved. I love love. I love, 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 love. I remember dating a guy once, and actually he was my first heartbreak. I need to do a story time. And I ended up as a rebound marrying someone that actually knew that this was my heartbreak, and it was just a mess. And I remember the guy that I really liked called me like the day before, like, please don't do this. It's like out of a movie. And I'm like, it's too late. I'm already committed to this person. I got to do it. Shouldn't have done it. But he, at the time when I was dating him, was like, you're just in love with the idea of being in love. And I was like, no, I love, like, I want to love. And some of you know, like, I want to love. What am I missing? Why am I attracting broke men? Why am I attracting men that don't love me the way I love them? We attract and reflect who and what we are. If you're not a whole, complete, nothing missing, nothing broken, happy, healthy, super sexy woman, you may not attract that. My husband is literally, one day I looked at him and I was thinking to myself, if I were a man, like, I would be him. He's very masculine, very scruffy voice, manly. He's the type of man that men look up to. I need to put my wedding video over here in my vows. He is, oh my God, he is constantly looking for ways to serve me, love me, please me. He adores me. He's thoughtful. He's a hard worker. He's a provider, protector. I actually went to the gym this morning when I'm recording this video and this audio, and it's raining outside. And he's like, I went out, he actually was going to work a little later, and I'm leaving at like 5:30 in the morning. He's like, where's your raincoat? And I hesitated because I had on like my jacket, and I looked and I went and got my raincoat, and he's the type of man, he'll zip it up, but he cares. He's like, you can't be running out there. You got a raincoat. I got it for you. Go get it. So it's like he's almost 10 years older than me. So there's that very tender love, but I chose wisely. I knew what I wanted. I knew I wanted an older man this time around. I didn't want someone my age. I'm at an age now, at the time of this recording, 45. I don't want someone my age. I don't want to go. I don't need that. I did that in my 20s and 30s. I like having an older man. Oh God, I could go on and on about my husband, but the point of this video is there are no secrets to love, but there's a blueprint. There's a way to get relationships right. You don't need to search and search and search. It shouldn't take you 5 years to be on Match.com to find a mate. Someone recently posted that I was on Nextdoor app and there was a video about a young lady that met her billionaire boyfriend, now fiance, soon to be husband, on Bumble. And they're like, oh, I've been on Match.com for 5 years. Why have you been on Match.com 5 years and you haven't attracted anyone? Sometimes we have to just do inner reflection. There are no guarantees to love, none. But what's your sexual marketplace value? When you go places, do men check for you? Because I can tell you, white men, Asian men, black men, it doesn't matter, man. Men look at me, Hispanic men, they check me out because I have high sexual marketplace value. It means I look available, but not in available like, I'm married, but I look fun. I look fit. I'm very, I dress really nice when I go places. I shop at boutiques, I keep my hair really nice. I always have on some nice lipstick, earrings. Like I'm very feminine it's very intentional. When my husband and I go places, like I look and smell amazing. So I want to invite you into my Patreon society, Source Singles, because I want to help you attract the love you desire and deserve. I want to help you keep the love that you desire and deserve. There's a section in Getting Relationships Right, 10 Secrets for Getting and Keeping the Right Man. I'm going to go over these secrets. Okay, you can get the book, but get into a space where there are other women celebrating marriage. And it's not just the same old humdum and all these, there's no good men. There's good men. My son-in-law is actually half Filipino. I've been outside the country, and even though there's passport bros now, you don't really see, you kind of, I'll tell you what I see. I've been all over. I've been to China and, Beijing. I've been in Bangkok a couple of times. I've been to Singapore. I've been to Cuba, Puerto Rico. I've been all over. And I'm going to tell you something. I have a daughter that recently was in Korea and in Thailand now. The men that I see with the Thai women and, not even the Asian women, you really see Asians, but them Thai women are older white men. And when I say older, like 70, 80, and typically they're with the women and they're with the boys. They're with very, very young looking boys. They don't look like men. They look like boys. And the first time I went to Thailand, it made me very uncomfortable. But that's what you see. Now, you don't see a lot of Americans, Black Americans, where I was, okay? I'm not all over. But if you saw Ethiopians, you saw Ethiopians together. If you saw Africans, you saw Africans together. If you saw Indians, you saw Indians together. So I know that a lot of people are thinking, oh, just get your passport and go out of the country. But there are certain type of women in that space too, because Filipino men, because again, my son-in-law is half Filipino, but he's Filipino and Black. But think about it, Thai, Filipino, whatever, culturally, they want their own women. And so the great ones are already taken, just like in the North America. Okay, so people are like, where are the good men at? They're married. My husband and I can say we were like the second batch, and we're like the clearance rack. Okay, he was divorced, I was divorced. Go on the clearance rack. You don't buy everything on the clearance rack, but you get the best thing for you, right? At the lowest price that you want. Well, that was my husband and I. He's the best I qualify for. I'm the best he qualifies for. Hey, I like you. You like me. I choose you. You choose me. Let's go. And we made it work. And it is amazing. But don't think that in your 40s you get the best. This concept of the best. These are typically divorced men. These are men with children. These are men that, they may have had to split things in divorce, may have bad credit. Maybe they've had some stress. Maybe they do have diabetes. They're not the best men. They're the best option for you at that time because that's what you qualify for. The best men were taken in their 20s. But some of these best men, quote unquote, are now divorced and they're open to remarrying. Typically, if a man's been married, he'll marry again. If he's never been married by the age 40, the odds of him marrying again are so low that I wouldn't even waste my time with a man that had never been married by 40. The odds are way too low. And there are literally statistics around that. Also, the odds for a woman that if you haven't been married by 40, your odds are so low too that, again, you want to invest in the books, dating coaches, societies to get the information you need. So I'm just going to end this with this. Join my Patreon society. It's less than $1 a day. And if you want real results, like going through YouTube and all of this, it's disheartening. It's discouraging. it's exhausting. I'm just like, oh my gosh, are the men this horrible out here? But then I just click off because I got a husband and I love him. But I want to help you. And if you're a man, some of y'all men have been listening to my content, and I know that some of you all, you don't want to follow some of the messages out there and never get married again and sleep with woman to woman. My husband is not that type of man. Like, he really wanted a relationship and marriage. And men that I'm even meeting, that's what they want. My eye doctor said he has a friend that's like, I can't find anyone. I really want a relationship. So if you're listening to my content, I actually have something on my Patreon for you. So help spark a movement and ignite the flame. And you won't have access to the content, but you can invest monthly a few dollars to help me get this message out to the women. And my goal is to help 100 women get to I do. So I want to make sure that they're qualified, that they're amazing, that they're whole, complete, nothing missing, nothing broken. And this is for all women. There is someone out there amazing for you. You can attract the love you deserve, okay? So thanks so much for watching. I'm in my office. I need to get started. My chair is creaking. You all have an amazing, amazing day. And I'm wishing you the best. But like I said, there's no secret to love, but there is a blueprint for getting to I do. There's a secret to getting relationships right, and I want to help you do it. Leave me a heart emoji below if you're ready to attract the love you deserve. And if you already got the love you desire and deserve, leave me 2 hearts, okay? Have an amazing day.